Alright, what's up, Dragon Brew? Today, we're going to try Mono White Aggro a little bit different, some different numbers of cards, but mostly trying to catch the metagame where we think it's going to go here in the early days post-banning. Because I have a feeling there's going to be a few more aggro decks, definitely some more mono red, and then we'll see if we could play some things to solve some of the mid-rangey control problems that might be popping up. Alright, let me take a few seconds to tell you about today's video partner, Mint Mobile. Yeah, the same one that's got this guy.
Hey there, it's Ryan Reynolds, owner of Mint Mobile.
You've probably seen them or heard of them before. Now, after going to several events over the past few months, I know a few things about y'all out there, and I know that you like to save time, you like to save money, and most of you have cell phones. Now, one of the best parts about Mint Mobile is it only takes about 15 minutes to sign up, and all you have to do is go over to mintmobile.com/PowrDragn. Once you're there, all you have to do is check your coverage area, and then just put in what type of phone you have. But then that's where you get to start saving money. You can sign up for as little as $15 a month, or you can sign up for $30 a month for unlimited talk and text on the largest 5G network in the US. So do yourself a favor, head over to mintmobile.com/PowrDragn, save yourself some money, and thanks again to Mint Mobile for being today's video partner. Alright, so this is going to be more of a just mono white aggro and not so much soldiers, just because there's a couple of cards that aren't soldiers that I think are really important right now based on where we're thinking the metagame might head to. So, or change to, or head toward, you know what I'm saying. Anyway, we're going to start with Hopeful Initiate. This is a great way to remove artifacts and enchantments, and I expect there to be a lot of the enchantment decks, so yeah, this card's making the cut. We are going to play some laydown arms, obviously because we're playing mono white. This shouldn't really surprise anybody. And Coppercoat Vanguard. This card's actually super good. It does actually pump other humans, not necessarily just soldiers, which is nice. And it does give them ward, which can help buy you a little bit of extra time on some key cards. Additionally, we're going to take a look at Guardian of New Benelia. I think as the world shifts here in Standard, there's going to be more sweepers of different varieties. And this is going to be a way to survive a lot of those. So we're going to cross our fingers and hope to get lucky with it. Intrepid Adversary. This can also pump our creatures for a big kill turn. And if people do decide to change to mono red, not bad to be able to gain some life. Even if there's some other aggro decks, this is actually pretty nice in those fights. Of course, we're going to be playing Thalia because Thalia is good against the decks that are spell heavy, so no surprise there. Adeline is also here joining the party. Again, no surprise. We're going to go with Anointed Peacekeeper, though, and kind of sticking on this theme that if Thalia was good and Coppercoat Vanguard is taxing your opponent's mana, then Anointed Peacekeeper has to be solid too. Now, we're not worried about things like Invoke Despair any longer, but you can still try to slow down things like Sunfall or Farewell, and I expect we're going to see more of those than we were seeing in the past. And we are going to be playing Brutal Cathar because, yeah, it's removal, it's good, it's a body, blah, no surprise. The card, though, that's different here is we are going to be playing Phyrexian Vindicator. I think I've only played this in one deck in the last 2 seasons, but I think now is a good time for this card. People are likely going to be trying to shift to mono red, and I think this is going to help shut down mono red entirely. So yeah, if you're running a mono red with this deck, you're probably going to do pretty well, and against other aggro decks, you're probably going to do well too. And yeah, we're going to see how this goes. The usual, if you want the full deck list, it'll be at the end of the video. We'll also talk about what we would change based on the games that we're playing. And if you want the deck list, you can just get it down in the description below if you want to download it and try it. For now, please hit that like button, subscribe button, that helps out so much. Go enjoy these games, and I'll catch up with you on the back of the video, and hopefully we'll have some good news. Alright, I mean, I guess this has to be what it is. Let's keep it. I mean, I don't see... Alright, we did get a land, so I was about to say, like, I don't know if I really want to play Thalia there, but if I play Guardian, we at least can protect the Guardian for a turn, which is kind of good. Sadly, we're going to get beat on by this Feldon for a minute. However, if we really just protect our situation and get the Vindicator here, I don't know if the red decks can beat a Vindicator outside of stealing it, maybe. So we'll see how this ends up. I'm very curious. Alright, you got a Swift Spear. Would you like to tap our Guardian? Okay, so they don't have anything for the Swift Spear, because they would have attacked there if they had an instant. So that's pretty good for us, I think. Let's block. And I'm going to get rid of, I think, just the planes here. Mostly because there is a situation where we could I don't know, maybe play 2 things next turn. We'll see how it goes. I don't know. But we are at 13, and opponent, if they don't have burn, what is it that they have here? Because that kind of becomes the next question, right? It has to be something like a Raiju or some such. I mean, it's the only thing I can think of. So I'm just playing this, like, if they use removal, it didn't come at our face. Otherwise, like, we get to block something and gain 3, and then we just play Vindicator. Like, I could have played a Thalia there, but it just felt weaker than just playing the Adversary. The Adversary just feels like more insurance. Though I guess they could have, like, deal 4 to something here. I don't know. Well, looks like they found the removal spell, huh? I mean, now we just block because we don't really care, right? We protect this, we do this, they shoot something. Like, we discard Copper Coat. Our plan is all in on the Vindicator anyway. So it really doesn't matter. Actually, you know what? If we're going to block, let's block like this. Because we at least guarantee we kill the Feldon, though they'll just get to see 3 more cards, but that's whatever. Yeah, I figured. There's a Stoke the Flames. That's fine. We knew there would be something of that nature there. Alright. So we should be mostly okay here. Unless they just pick up straight burn, I guess. But we did go to 12. 3 lands? Is that what that was? Oh, it's 2 lands and a Swift Spear. Alright, and we get to hold on to the Eiganjo. That's like bonus. Okay. So as it turns out, not playing that Thalia on 2 was the correct play here. Now we just have to hope to not get burned out, and the opponent can't beat that. Okay, let's go for it. Hey, look, more red decks. Alright, well, we're going to need some more mana this time, but that at least keeps some damage off of us. We need some lands, though. I wouldn't be upset to go land off the top of the library, you know? I'd be pretty happy with that, all things considered. Swift Spear getting in there, going to shoot us for 2, and then we'll take 4. I'm imagining what's about to happen. Nope, just 1. Alright, there's a land, so that helps. Because then we get to play Steel Seraph. Actually, we probably won't. I'll probably just play Adeline. It's a bigger toughness. Alright, so using all that to grow that. That's good. That's exactly what we want to see. That's the best news. You know what? That's not a bad option here. So you have Rending Flame in the Festivities and Invasion of Ragatha. Yeah, I guess we just go Rending Flame. Because the other cards don't matter that much to us. Okay. I mean, maybe. This Invasion is 4 damage. But it's kind of whatever. They can only really play 1 spell here. So the thing is, though, they could, like, in the Festivities, that deals an extra point of damage. We block, kill that. So that is a little goofy, but meh. And then once this goes away, they would be able to use Rending Flame on whatever we play next. However, if we get a white land, we just play Vindicator, and then they can't ever kill it. Alright, Invasions of Ragatha. Yep, same difference. Hit us for 1, we block and kill that guy. Which I am totally... Whoa, actually we can't, because then they would be able to do this. Ooh, we actually can't block. That's a pretty good play for the opponent. I wasn't thinking about that. I mean, we could, but we wouldn't trade for anything. So yeah, we just take it. We know they only have 1 other point of burn in their hand, so we're not that worried about it. And we found the land for the Vindicator anyway. Attack for 3 with Vigilance. Alright, should be pretty good to go now. Especially with Steel Seraph, Adeline. Like, we've got options incoming. Yeah, I think against these red decks, like, Vindicator's pretty strong. Feel bad, because Jazz Trombone Guy is a pretty cool username. But, you know, we do what we gotta do here. Okay, hey, that's 4 damage. That's real. So we go down to 6. Fortunately, we have a Steel Seraph, or this is going to get disastrous. Here's also something interesting. Like, are we willing to just say, you know what? Vindicator gets +5, or I mean, gets lifelink, and we just attack and gain 5. Like, is that in and of itself good enough? I don't think it is, actually. Like, I think we're better off blocking, because, okay, we know what's in their hand. So let's say we go to 11. Like, what are they really going to do? Like, shoot one of our creatures? I mean, because as long as we have this, they can't cast this unless they get another land. And if they do, whatever, right? Yeah, I'm going to do this. And I'm just going to give this lifelink for the moment. So we get to go to 9 temporarily. They have to draw either a land or some burn spell to get rid of Steel Seraph. If it's a creature, doesn't matter here. Okay, well, here we go. We're back at 5. So Steel Seraph, you showed up on time. You're doing real work. You're a credit to your race of angels that happen to be metal for some reason. All right, festivities is real. We get to shoot the opponent for 1, or do we just shoot this for 1? It doesn't matter. We just block that guy. Who cares? Like, they can't win now with just that in hand. I truly don't believe they have an answer here, because, like, now we are just going to start attacking with Vindicator, giving lifelink. Yeah, now we have even 2 options, so... yeah, I'm just going to play this. Play this. Give this lifelink. And attack. There you go. Like, that's got to do it. Yep. And then we go up to 9. And they don't have a 9-point top deck. So we should be all good. I mean, they can't cast the 1 spell. And even if they did, they could only target the Coppercoat Vanguard or this thing. And we have way more than 6 damage. Alright, they want to stoke the flames of Steel Seraph. Sounds good. We're just going to attack. Alright, cool. Yeah, I think we keep this. Seems reasonable against most circumstances, I would think. Alright, we're going to go here with the assumption of they could just be playing... If they're playing Mono White Control Midrangey thing, this is pretty good. Which looks like that's what this is. Okay. So, we're going to go with this and try to start forcing the issue here. Alright, I'm going to assume Ossification is in our future, because that makes sense to get rid of Adeline here. Because they don't have at least that. That's going to be very surprising. They don't. It's just a Lorne. Wow. What do we do here? I think we play this in case their play is depopulate. Well, they can't depopulate because we have Thalia. Ah, dang it. Okay, well, probably still not bad for us then. I'm going to go with this. I think we're now just saying, can we do enough damage in 2 turns? Okay, I guess the opponent agrees that we can. Alright, we're going to keep this one. There's obviously, we would like to not have, like, double Thalia. And we'd probably want some other options here. But if this is an enchantments list, which it looks like it could be. Oh, no. Blue mana. Uh-oh. I guess this first Thalia is getting countered. Definitely did not want triplicate Thalia. That's super disappointing. Alright, well. Oh, whoa. What? Ooh, what hand does the opponent keep that doesn't do anything on 1 or 2 and didn't have a counter? And is in Bant colors. Wow, I don't know at all what this could be. Okay, there's an Ossification. Cool. We are going with yet another Thalia because We have several. But I don't know what they're playing at all. Okay. So now we have some choices. Copper Coat. Is this where a counter shows up? They're gonna Fateful Absence Thalia. Well, guess what? I have yet another Thalia. I'm sure that has to annoy the crap out of the opponent. But like, hey, sorry, what can I do? I mean, I drew a weird hand that had 3 of them. Alright, you got a Topiary Stomper. That's real. Still do not have an indicator of what the opponent is doing here. And, if you're playing Topiary Stomper, would you be playing, realistically, Sunfall? Probably. People do a lot of weird things on the ladder. But if not, they have 1 turn. If so, congrats. Like, well, they have to have a land as well. But if they do, they do. Nothing we can do about it. Now, if their play is just Invasion of Zendikar, they get to attack it with the Topiary Stomper and they have 2 blockers and we still win? Yeah, that's not going to cut it. Weird as that draw was, where Triple Thalia seemed real bad, actually was great in this scenario. We can either block or not block, doesn't matter. Outcome is the same. Yep, I'm just going to... I mean, yeah, we'll just block for sport, whatever. I mean, we have more than 5 still on the battlefield. Yep. And we just get to do a lot of stuff here. Alright. There we go. Oh, man. Alright, we need to hope to draw a 2-mana thing, or this could end up going very sideways. Or even another 1-mana thing is probably acceptable here, as long as it's a creature. If not, yeah, that's going to be real bad. There's a chance this is just the mono blue deck, and this is going to suck. Yep, that's exactly what this is. Ah, boy. Okay. Let's see what we can do. We needed a second threat. That's how you get past the blue decks. You got to have the early threats. And we did not. We are just drawing lands here. Wow. That's super terrible. There's no way we're... Oh, what? That has to be a faded hope, right? Wow, it's an impulse. Ooh, I feel like we got away with one here. Usually, if you don't... Playing this type of deck, if you don't go 1 creature, 2 creature early against them, it is way more difficult. So this is quite a bit of a surprise. And the only reason I played the Steel Seraph after combat is I generally just assuming, it's going to get countered, whatever. But that's what you get. Don't assume. I could have had another point of life there. I mean, if you're going to bounce something, it's got to be Steel Seraph, right? Like, you're not bouncing anything else there. That doesn't even make sense. Alright, give this lifelink. Go to attack. We're just letting that through. Wow. Whew. Alright, I'm just going to cast this, because if they don't play anything on their turn, we just get to turn it into a 3/3, so whatever. Like, why not? Alright. Now I assume, after drawing all these cards, they're going to play the Haughty Djinn here. And they haven't countered anything, so I have to assume you can do that and have counter backup, or this would just be a weird hand to keep. Nope, it's just a terror, it seems. Weird. Alright. That's a thing that happened, I guess. Give this flying? I mean, why not? Okay, so they want a Fading Hope that. Sure. Okay, we've already played a land, so we can't really sneak down the Vindicator here, which would be really nice. But what I'm looking at is we could actually not cast anything and flip the Cathar, which seems reasonable. But alright. I mean, if you got a counter, it's got to get this, right? If it just make disappear, I guess it resolves. Okay, sure. Alright. That went way better than anticipated. Yep, there's a Haughty Djinn. Which now they will be able to pay for it. Oh. Hold on now, though. Because now we'll get to play the Vindicator if they counter something here. Possibly. They are going to let that go. Wow. Okay, well, we can safely do this with Thalia still down. Okay. Give this dude her flying, I guess. Alright, opponent's at 8. Okay, somehow we got away with that one. Ooh, we're gonna keep it. We're gonna keep it, but it's not as flashy as one would hope. Think we are going to go Thalia here, and if they have a cut down, so be it. If they don't, though, we get a really strong next turn. Because we get to play the Copper Coat. Great. So let's go with that. And we'll attack. Alright, what you got for us? I would like nothing as an answer. Is totally acceptable. Let's go with this to start. See how the opponent feels about this. Alright, so Copper Coat Scout has to eat it. Well, weird. I thought I was going to pay if it resolved, but now I'm not so sure. I kind of want to play Guardian, so I'm going to decline. Silly as that is, I think I actually want to be able to have creatures on the board if they find a way to, like, play a land, play Brotherhood's End or something like that. Okay, Corpse Appraiser. Not as bad. Reasonable. Still get to do some work here. Gonna get to use Anointed Peacekeeper. Keep some trouble off of us. Good, good, good. Don't really need that Plains all that much, but we can see if we do. Hungry for more, so they make a 3-1. That dies at the end of turn, though. Maestro's Charm can kill something. So, Explosive Singular. So we're playing that deck. Alright, well, that's good to know. We're not really that worried about Make Disappear here. Explosive Singularity, they're only going to cast that if they play the other dude. So, is Maestro's Charm the only card we're worried about? I mean, maybe? I mean, Maestro's Charm's still 4 mana? Ugh. Ugh. I don't know what I want to call here. I guess I'm going to go Harvester. Alright, let's this is weird, because they only have one removal card. You know what? I'm going to call Maestro's Charm. And just say, like, hey, you've got to find something here, then. I'm going to go ahead and play this. I'm going to get rid of the Corpse Appraiser. I'm going to get as much damage in as I can here. We're going to attack with this and this with Enlist. And we're just going to Enlist Thalia. So I can gain some life here. Don't need that, but we might want that Laydown Arms. Alright. Opponent's at 10. We can get 3, 6, 7, 8. Oh, exactly 10, actually. We had another Corpse Appraiser. I think that's going to do it. We can exile the Corpse Appraiser, and that is exact. Oh, they're at 9 now, even. So, oh, but we'll give them 3. I think we still do it. Still worth. Attack, attack, enlist, attack. All right, tap this. Don't need either of those. Jeez, we had land, lay down arms, land. That's funny. All right, if they get a sweeper, they get us here. Hungry for More does get them some life. They'll go to 5. We go to 23. That's not going to be nearly enough. Yeah, that doesn't do it either. Cool. This is a keeper for sure. Looks like a parade of red decks today. No play with fires, though. Okay, so this isn't just a red deck. Oh, this is one of the Reanimator's silly shenanigan things. Okay, fair enough. Oh, City on Fire. I don't know what we're doing, but I kind of like it. Spicy. Okay, hopefully this slows the opponent down a little bit. We would like to find a land, though, to play this Peacekeeper, because I have a feeling we're going to have to stop some crazy card off the top. Alright, well, we're going to have another Thalia. Wow, lots of Thalias, as it turns out. Alright. I got to give the opponent credit, though, here, playing Twin Shot. But I think us missing a land drop puts us in a bad situation. We are definitely set up in a very struggle situation here. This is not good. We needed that third land bad holding this Peacekeeper. I don't know if we can win from here. Gonna do what we can, because we do still have, like, Brutal Cathar if they do get something big into play or whatever, but it is not looking good. Alright, they've got 5 mana. Brotherhood's in. Sure, we will save this. Get rid of Lay Down Arms, because I don't believe that kills much in that deck. If anything. Alright. Still did not find it. Wow. This hurts so much. Alright, we're just going to do what we can do. Oh my gosh. Opponent's at 10. Fortunately, there's nothing for them to get back yet, except for City on Fire. So, I mean, that's a thing, I guess. Alright, they're going to Brotherhood's End again. We're going to get rid of 1 Brutal Cathar, I guess. Guardian of New Benelia. Underrated, doing all the work right now. Now, the problem is, the Anointed Peacekeeper almost doesn't matter. Opponent has so much mana. I mean, I guess if it's something that costs like 5 or 6, though. Still reasonable. But I guess we just do what we can do. Still don't want them flipping the Celestis or anything either, because that's bad. Yep, and they're going to use it, force it on their own. What are they putting in the yard? Another City on Fire. Okay. I don't know how we're in this with just 2 lands. Oh my gosh, I feel like I've gotten so lucky so far. Oh no. Oh man, okay. Well, I can't imagine we're going to survive this at this point with them seeing extra cards from that. Like, we have to be in trouble here, right? Yeah, I mean, you got it. Yeah, eventually they're going to find what they're looking for, whatever it is. All right, they're at 5. I mean, I guess there's a world where we get, like, give our creatures +1 with 2 mana, and I guess that's fine. That would be a winner. All right, they have so... Oh, they go to 7 here, so now it's not a winner. That 1 point is so brutal for us. All right. Oh, no. Oh, all right. I guess we at least... I should have just been scrying like the last turn, but I was assuming. But, you know, guess what that's what I get for assuming, right? Yeah, we definitely have to enlist here. Because we need lands. I mean, hey, there's a land on top. We will take it. Oh, boy, do we even leave... I guess we leave Adeline on there. Why not? It might matter. All right, opponent goes to 4. I mean, if it's just a big body, we can... Brutal Cathar, I guess? Are we going to win this? Well, not really, because... Oh, man. Nah, it's still not enough. Best case, yeah, opponent's going to be at 2 no matter what. Man, we have struggled through a lot. Opponents also drawn pretty badly here, but now they do have a card they can reanimate, so this is getting a little dicey. All right. What do we got? Okay. We get to play this first to at least see what's in their hand. Just a bitter reunion? Oh, my goodness. So they're just playing off the top right now is the situation we're looking at. Okay. Let's view the battlefield real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They have 9 on a land. So if they draw and discard, that would be 2. If they found a thing to get a thing into play, they could have something on top. I guess what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to call Phyrexian Portal. Or Portal to Phyrexia? Is that it? Yeah, that's the card. All right, let's go with that. And then we'll just see if that helps. Oops. All right, we know what one of our top cards is. Adeline and a land. Question is, do we even need either one of these at this point? I guess we just leave Adeline. Mostly because it can still create an additional point of attack damage if there's another sweeper here to get rid of our other creatures. Okay, did we do it? They still get to see multiple extra cards here. Oh, they had Natali. But they are at 3. They are at 3. What was their thing? Oh, it was the Brilliant Restoration. Okay, well, we're dead. All right. Cool. All right, we're dead. They beat us with us being at 2 land. We could have crushed that draw if we'd have got a land sooner. We're going to keep this. Not a great hand, but you know what? We're going to try to make the most of it. Okay, we found more mono red decks. Go figure. All right, I think what I'm going to do here is just get rid of that. There's a chance they just play like Mechanized Warfare or something here. But if not, that's okay. And we are 1 land away from a Vindicator, which we've discovered already that the red decks absolutely hate. Did not find it. However, these together with this is actually not bad. So let's see what the opponent's got up top. They have double antagonize. Oh my. Okay. I think we just call Stoke the Flames. Because that's the only thing we have to worry about right now if we want to block. We're not going to block yet. Because our plan is hopefully to play these. These don't give trample or anything. So while they are scary, they're not that scary. And if we get a 4th land, it doesn't even matter. Because this just prevents damage that it would take. Oh, they found a lightning strike. What? Okay. Is what it is. Come on, untap land. There we go. That'll start putting it away, especially when we have 2 of them. And we're at 14, so they're nowhere close to burning us out here. Even if they play Feldon, we're definitely blocking that bad boy. They can see 5 cards if they want. We don't care. I mean, if we're going to play red decks all day, like, I'm down. Like, sure. I'm blocking. All you, opponent. All you. Oh, please burn this card. Like, I don't know if they thought this card did, but oh my goodness. If they try to, like... Okay, I was going to say. I was about to be crazy. They might have realized it after they attacked. Ooh, that was 4 land and a Stoke the Flames. Sure. Stoke the Flames does pretty much nothing to our board. Though that is 8 damage. Let's be honest. Like, that is real. So that's something. But we can play this. And then attack. Opponent's at 16. I should have played more blockers, actually. I should have done something like Guardian plus Copper Coat. Would have probably been smarter. But didn't matter. Sure, we'll keep this. Don't usually like playing Adversary on 1, but we will. Sometimes it's worth it just to get the other team to spend mana. By the way, I love these sleeves. So, like, just that crazy effect is cool. Oh, and they didn't have a play with fire. If this is another red deck. Oh, it is another red deck. Music to our ears, let me tell you. Yeah, not blocking. I take 2, deal 3. I like that exchange. All day, air day, as they say. I'm going to go ahead and play Adeline. We're going to start pressuring up here. And just say, you're going to have to race us, opponent. And we are definitely in a racing mood. We got our track shoes on. Some might even say,
he's on fire!
But you know. Alright. Opponent's dead. Okay. We got Cathards, got some Adversary. We at least have some early plays here. This is something. I don't know if it's going to be good enough, but we'll see. Okay, there's an Evolved Sleeper. Sure. Want to kill a recruitment officer so you can get some damage in? Sure. Probably just take our Brutal Cathar, I bet. Oh, are you going to take an Adversary? That would be nice of you. I would not be mad at that. Okay, I was going to say, if they want an Adversary, I would have gladly given it to them and not been upset about it. I mean, if they attack, I guess we block and trade. I mean, wouldn't have been much else to do about it there. Attack. I mean, yours is worth more than mine. And if they just have, like, Liliana, Shieldred, whatever, then, like, is what it is, I guess. Alright, go for the throat. Sure. That's actually not that bad of an exchange for us there. I am kind of okay. Now, that's bad. Just drawing all this extra land. It's pretty terrible. And I probably should hold off to pump the Adversary, but I have a feeling that just ends up bad for us anyway. And we're probably going to have to use our mana to activate Recruitment Officer. Alright. And here comes Shieldred. Or who knows, maybe they want to... Oh, well, that dude's a problem. You know what I want to find? Let's get us a Vindicator off the top. Let's go back-to-back Vindicators. Or Brutal Cathar. That could be great, too. But since we're not punching past that... Sure. Okay, you're a thing in case the opponent decides to attack here. It's not awful. I mean, it's good to finally draw a non-land card. That helps a bunch. But if the opponent just plays a, like, Invoke Despair here, this is tough, because we are... Ooh, Vindicator. Now we need something to exile that. Let's find a Lay Down Arms. Ah, alright, we're dead. Yeah, we're just dead here, right? Opponent removes that. We get hit for 6. I mean, yeah, we're dead. Sure. Yeah, GG's. We just... unfortunately, only drew one actual non-land spell that whole game. Tough. Okay, let's see what we can do with this one. We'll keep it. This one's not bad because we can, like, recruitment officer, then initiate, possibly lay down arms if it comes to that. Then maybe brutal Cathar if we feel it's necessary. I'm gonna go with this. It's more damage over time, theoretically. They might just attack here. But who knows? If they use burn on a recruitment officer, I guess I feel okay about that. If they just play a 2/2 with haste, I'd probably block. Okay, well that definitely doesn't have haste. This will be... We're going to play this. And I think I'm going to get rid of this thing before it gets too big for us to do. Though we do have Brutal Cathar. So, it was still reasonable that we could deal with it. But didn't want to have to worry about it. Alright, opponent. So you got to have some type of burn or something here, right? You didn't just show up with red spells to not shoot things. Alright. Kill this too? No, going Ancestral Anger. Okay, well, not bad. We'll take it. Seems reasonable. I mean, we're still at 15 here, so I don't feel too bad at this stage of the game. And we get to play a Guardian of New Medalia, which is super nice. Kinredutor. Don't love that guy either, but, you know, we do have this. Attack. Alright, let's see what you got. Ooh, if they don't play anything... Oh, we get to flip these? Opponent. Oh, they didn't cast anything. Wow. Okay, we're just going to attack and then probably just activate Recruitment Officer. Okay. And then I can just wait and cast two things after the fact, so sure. Seems good. Don't cast another spell, opponent. I was going to say. Alright, activate. Find us a body. That's as good as anything. Wow, there was that in 3 land. Whew. Good call. Yeah, we're attacking. I mean, opponent's only at 9, so even if you target one of the brutes, that's bad. And they first strike. Yeah, we're not going to lose from here now. Those trade unless they have something. Yep. And then we'll just play this. And don't even need to flip our brutes, honestly. And the turn. Now, I guess, theoretically, they could have, like, for some reason, Brotherhood's in. I mean, okay, well, now they're just going to die to that. Yep. Okay, cool. Yeah. This one's a keeper. Not the strongest keeper, but a keeper nonetheless. Gonna go with what we got here. Okay, that's actually not bad either. We can go ahead and get a Steel Seraph down. Or at least try to. Oh, they want to cut down our Duder. That's okay. We can live with that. Cost of doing business, as they say. Does this resolve? I guess we're just going to kill a Steel Seraph. Alright, that's a card. Like, sure. I'm going to go Vigilance here, assuming there's, like... If this is a control deck, there's a good chance there's just like... Oh, well, Teferi. I was going to say Wandering Emperor, but, you know. It's whatever. Alright, let's see if they have another cut down here. Looks like no. Alright. Give this vigilance. And try to hit Teferi. End the turn. And then here comes Sunfall. Alright, cool. Boy. Alright, let's keep it. Jeez, red decks galore today. But, hey, they're there. We got to deal with them. Alright, you got a Feldon. We take 3. We'll go ahead and play this duder because it does a good job of blocking. And we probably will just block Feldon straight up. Okay, they're going to spin that. Yeah, we'll definitely spend a card on that. I am all for that, actually. If that's the play, excellent. And we found more land we can get rid of. So I'm going to go with this here first. And not even attack. I'm going to save the block. So let's see what the opponent wants to do here. Squee, we got you. Wow, opponent says, I don't even care. Like, we're willing to give up Squee here. Which is great, because I'm willing to take Squee here. Yeah, we block, and then discard a Brutal Cathar. Alright. Opponent can look at some cards. We're at 11. We don't mind. What do we got there? A Thundering Raiju. Cool. Love it. We will go ahead and play this because this is worth some life. And if they decide to play Raiju, they're not killing our life blinker. And we love that. I genuinely love that for us. That's great. And opponent just dies. There you go. Alright, so I actually liked most of this list. I think the only issue I had is... Well, really there were two. There were times we wanted more 1-mana things, but we would have to give up value somewhere else. I also think we needed to be playing something like Destroy Evil for 2 reasons. I think there's enough Shieldred to still worry about. I also think there's enough of the green-white enchantments list to worry about. And being able to kill like a Hallowed Haunting or an early Jukai Naturalist really does give you a little extra value. So the issue here then becomes, what do we replace to not be weaker against some of the other decks? However, we seem to be really good against mono red already. So I'm not sure if we need to worry about that too much, which is a little weird. I'm tempted to cut 1 Coppercoat Vanguard, which could be crazy, I don't know, and maybe a Steel Seraph. However, we could also just cut both of the Steel Seraphs. They were nice, and I will admit there are times against mono black or black-based decks that coming over the top of a Shieldred is actually nice, so I'm not sure how badly I want to get rid of them. But I do think we desperately need at least 2 copies of Destroy Evil in the main deck. And maybe that means cutting an adversary. I don't know. But we got to find room somewhere. But unfortunately, like, the Peacekeepers do a great job buying us time. Thalia is obviously good. Vindicator pretty much puts the lock on the red decks. I don't know if we want to get rid of those or if that matters enough. Or maybe we go down to 2 Vindicators instead. Though they are actually good against green or Gruul-based things as well. So we kind of have to keep that in mind. Another Laydown Arms could also be good. But in a lot of situations, I think we'd be better off having the Destroy Evil. So we've got to make a decision here. And unfortunately, man, I don't believe I'm saying this. I think I might actually cut the Steel Seraphs. Is that what we really want to do? Maybe. Boy, I don't know. That's where I'm going to put them. Because I think the enchantments list is becoming big enough that you need to have it. But man, that's a tight cut. Because, like, Guardians have been too good. I mean, if we wanted to shift to play more like Hopeful Initiates to give us more ways to destroy some stuff too, and then, like, cut down recruitment officers. I think that's a thing, because recruitment officer was nice, but I think I only activated it once, possibly. Not even sure. So, I mean, that wouldn't make me too upset if we want to do that and still find room to squeeze back in. But again, we wanted some more 1-drops. So I don't know if we can cut that too much either. Like, we're already only down to 2 Adelines. We only have 3 Guardian of New Bedalia. So this might be about as tight as we can go, unfortunately. I think this might be it. So we're going to be playing 4 Hopeful Initiate, 3 Laydown Arms, 2 Recruitment Officer, 4 Coppercoat Vanguard, 2 Destroy Evil, 3 Guardian New Bedalia, 3 Intrepid Adversary, 4 Thalia, 2 Adeline, 3 Anointed Peacekeeper, 4 Brutal Cathar, 3 Phyrexian Vindicator, 2 Iganjo, and 22 Plains. Okay, so I do want to say something about this build, that we could have probably gotten away playing Wedding Announcement as well, but then that has like the weird counterplay with Thalia if we're not playing a bunch of lands. So don't necessarily want to do that, but it is something to consider if you are running into more control style decks. Maybe you start trying to squeeze room for that. Or maybe you go the other way and you're playing against control decks, you go ahead and cut the Vindicators and play an additional, what's it called? The Anointed Peacekeeper, and maybe something else, right? So you have more ways to slow the opponent down. Maybe you play a couple of Planeswalkers if that's the case. So you do have some flexibility with this deck if you're looking for it. The one thing I will say about it is that you are still going to be susceptible to something like Sunfall, so you really are trying to get to those Thalias and the Anointed Peacekeepers to buy you that time to get to the end of the game. Not a lot you can do about it. That's just kind of the nature of the beast. But the deck does play very well. It does play very easy. There's just some judgment calls on sequencing, because you do have stuff like the Coppercoat Vanguard to try to protect your creatures. You do have Thalia that we know is good against some of the opponent's stuff. So you kind of have to weigh those things out in the early going. But otherwise, I think with the Destroy Evils in the list, it actually does help some of the more problematic matchups. Oh, and I guess you almost always beat the red decks, so that's a bonus. And now for today's card spotlight, we're going to talk about Spirit of the Labyrinth. This is a card I don't think many people even know about, because it's from like the first Theros block, I think. But the thing is, this card actually is kind of snuck its way out of being bulk. It's now getting close to being worth $2. A lot of $1.50 in a lot of places. But the thing is, it's a 2/1 for 2 quality, and it keeps people from just drawing extra cards. So if you're playing against something like an opponent that, especially in Commander, playing some of these commanders that let them draw 2, 3, 4 cards a turn, this just shuts all that right off. Now, you can't draw more either, but a lot of times that's fine, especially if you get around it by having cards that just put cards into your hand or let you like search, look at, that sort of thing. So that's actually kind of cool. It's a way to play around it, but cool addition, and I believe it happens to be an enchantment creature as well. And if you enjoyed these style of aggro decks, I do have a really cool Selesnya aggro list, and no, it's not toxic, that you might actually really enjoy, and it does play a little bit on that +1/+1 theme. But that's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.